Hello, dear friends. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful. Albert Schweitzer. Opinion piece. A false messiah. Signs of it. Vatican control. End of quarantine. Now comes the cleanup. A new era for humankind. Vigano sues Vatican Bank. Millions celebrate Wesak 2025. Let's start. We are seeing signs that the wicked will try to announce their own messiah in a desperate strategy to stay in power, according to Benjamin Fulford. In their distorted worldview, they need to sow more chaos and misery to force the emergence of their messiah. They have achieved so much evil that the courts are now surrounding them, and they hope to get off the hook with an Antichrist-type figure who will suddenly start doing good in their name to deceive people. The Antichrist would be an evil being who, according to St. John, would appear before the second coming to seduce Christians. It was the Di Mauro who proposed that the Philippine Cardinal Luis Tagle, of Chinese descent, become the new Pope. This would have provided them with Chinese gold to support their planned financial system. Armed with that gold, their messiah would have gained popularity by distributing money. However, that initiative was derailed by the American Knights, who proposed using South American silver and deposits full of dollars to support the new financial system. For this reason, Robert Prevost was elected as Pope Leo XIV. This is explained because 48% of the world's Catholics are concentrated in the Americas, while Asian Catholics represent only 13%. Since President Trump knew in advance that Prevost would become Pope, he presumably now controls the papacy. If this is true, some very disturbing truths about the dark side of the Vatican could be revealed. Furthermore, Leo XIV takes his name from Pope Leo XIII, who opposed communism, socialism, and Freemasonry, warned of a 100-year reign of Satan that would test humankind, and wrote a prayer to Saint Michael the Archangel. Some Trump supporters are beginning to suggest that Trump is the Archangel Michael, and others say he is the Archangel Uriel. I don't believe this, but everyone is free to believe what they want. May 8th, the day Pope Leo XIV was elected, was the feast day of the apparition of Saint Michael. Fulford believes that the patriots now have absolute control, including the Vatican, and now comes the cleansing. Senior members of esoteric lodges say a galactic war has been waged for thousands of years, and the last member of Satan's army escaped from this planet 26,000 years ago and was quarantined. However, they now recognize that evil has been defeated and that this war is ending. This means that the famous quarantine on planet Earth is about to be lifted. This will affect the actions of the ruling elite, which believes itself defeated. Right now, a massive struggle is underway for control of the last remnants of the dark side in the UK, France, Germany, Ukraine, and Israel. Furthermore, in recent days, controversial figures such as Pope Francis, Klaus Schwab, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Richard Armitage, Justin Trudeau, and others have disappeared or announced their retirement. Future Time itself doesn't exist, but there are timelines, and we are in one of them. Woven City is the world's first futuristic city built at the foot of Mount Fuji by Toyota. It is powered entirely by artificial intelligence. The Lintarium resonance disk has a minimalist shape based on hyperbolic radial symmetry and fractal resonators that act as harmonic transducers, according to Fulford. According to Steve Biko, both the Trump team and the BRICS are building a new Earth. We are all part of the same thing and following the same path. It's time to cut off the head of the serpent. Soon, those who are blind will see the light. A new, beautiful and brave world awaits us. Let's embark on this journey together, step by step. The Earth Liberation Project seeks to free humans from millennia of dark control, and Ismael Perez refers to enormous light ships currently present around Earth for that purpose. Millions of people around the world have celebrated the festival Wesak 2025 on the May full moon, with mass meditations, light rituals, acts of kindness, shared meals, and a special emphasis on purification, reflection, and positive intention. Starting today, Monday, nothing will be the same. There may be brief disruptions, possible temporary bank or internet clashes, confusion among people who were not informed. Remain calm and confident, for this is only a sign of the birth of a new world. Justice will not come one day. Justice is already here. 3 secret operations: Operation Black Eagle, Operation Sovereign Sweat, and Operation Iron Judgment. Black budget secured. The good guys are winning. In fact, they have already won. A new era of communication is approaching. The quantum communication system will replace the surveillance-based internet. Each individual will receive a private and traceable ID connected to the quantum network. No more spying, censorship, or data manipulation. Brilliant Light Power has developed a new, non-polluting, and commercially competitive primary source of massive plasma-based energy by converting hydrogen atoms and the water molecules into dark matter, the previously unknown matter that makes up most of the mass of the universe. Something big is coming, according to Saint Germain through Celia Wilder. Many things are about to happen on a massive scale, and it is crucial to understand that everyone will perceive the intensity of this change differently. As you move forward, remember that you are only observers of the dramas unfolding in the world, but you are active participants in creating your reality. Breaking news: US and China agreed to lower tariffs for 90 days. Gold price plummets after tariff deal with China. The gold reset is happening. The Fed is dead and the fiat illusion is collapsing, according to Media Greer. Fear of economic collapse forces China to negotiate with Trump. China's Keynesian model is crumbling, and it needs an urgent trade deal. China pressures African countries over trade deals with the US. Indian stocks log their best day in 4 years after the ceasefire with Pakistan and the reopening of airports. Pakistan accepted peace and hours later attacked India again. Syria announces a major natural gas deal with Turkey. The world is moving toward 2 standards, that of the US and that of China. Nearly 400 journalists are jailed around the world, with China at the forefront. USA. Trump freezes the IRS for 90 days and targets 45,000 agents for dismissal. The Department of Efficiency, DOGE, announces the deactivation of 500,000 federal credit cards. New Zealand accuses Fauci with 107,357 counts of negligent homicide. Trump signs order to slash drug prices by up to 80%. The coalition is targeting more than 300 bioweapons labs, according to Ethan White. Robert Kennedy declares war on chemtrails and pressures Trump to ban toxic skies. The Treasury Secretary assures that the US will not default. Canada banned old gasoline-powered vehicles without a single vote and imposed a full electric mandate. Europe finds its footing as inflation cools. Wikimedia challenges UK censorship law in court. Giorgia Meloni believes France has appropriated most of the money from African countries. Germany's clean energy production will hit a decade low by 2025. Archbishop Vigano sues the Vatican Bank for alleged theft of charity funds. Pope Leo calls for peace in Ukraine and Gaza. On that, we agree. Zelensky will meet with Putin on Thursday in Turkey to negotiate a ceasefire. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.